Hey y'all, it's your girl Danny, and I'm back with another review. Y'all thought this shit was gonna stop. I know y'all didn't think that. But anyway, I'm back with another review, and this week I'm bringing it all the way back to Alabama once again with artist Rugrat De Niro, straight out of Montgomery, Alabama. The name of this album is Double R, which I think is self-entitled for Rugrat. And of course, I'm using the same three categories that I use to rate every album. Number one, lyric and production. Number two, creativity and originality. And third, overall impression. So let's get into it because I got something I want to say. Now let's start with lyric and production. Lyrically, this album is straight to the point. Rugrat does not do a lot of fancy wordplay, but his delivery and his message is usually very straightforward and it's hard to miss. Not to mention, he has a very distinct voice, and I think that really helps with his delivery. In the future, I would like to see this artist challenge himself more because I honestly think he could be better. Not saying he's bad, but he could be better. I do think production could have been a little bit better, a little more clear. I do think that Rugrat could have made this 16 track project a 8 track project. Like this project is good enough to be two projects, if that makes sense. Now let's get into creativity and originality. Something that I really liked about this album is not gimmicky at all. And even though it's not gimmicky, it still has radio hits like Go, Cheat Code was another good one, and Love Scars. Tracks like Believe and Love Scars are basically the reason why I'm giving this project an 8 out of 10 on creativity and originality because I really don't see a lot of vulnerability from artists of this type. Overall, this album is satisfactory. I feel like he touched several bases within his personality of who he is and who he wants us to know who he is as an artist, which I think was most impressive, the versatility of this artist. Now the intro was not my favorite, but Thank God, which is the last track on the album, has to be one of my favorites on the whole album. I feel more of a connection with this artist when he's speaking on himself, when he's really talking about himself, his personal experiences, his life, his feelings. My overall impression of this album, I would give it a 7.5. I do think that there's a lot of room for growth for this artist. I've actually heard a few other projects from this artist, and it's like he progressively gets better. This project makes me wonder what's in store for the next project. I like this album, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm probably more prone to listen to the tracks that are specifically set aside for the ladies, okay? If you're looking for something new, if you're looking for some versatility, Rugrat De Niro is your guy. Why? Because Danny says so.